Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stars and Cards with Deborah Chadwick and me, Patty Kamson.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And Abike is watching. Hello, Abike. Thank you for joining us. My goodness, everyone. It has been an eventful 6 weeks, however long it's been. It's been crazy. And especially after this last eclipse on August 11th, the fallout just seems to keep happening. How was your week, Deborah?
Well, like I said, it was very interesting when you gave me a reading and astrology, and Patty, it's just really pinpointing, being aware. Concerns. So when I went back to my notes, I mean, it was like a 2-week period that she said in January, just be proactive and just be aware. And so, yeah, there was I had shingles, which was not fun. So, but I'm doing much better now. I'm glad to be on tonight with everyone. So it's been a little challenging for sure.
Yeah, you definitely,
but I'm doing much better. I had it all the way to me and my stuff. Now I'm off the page. That's so funny.
We're gonna get
I have my phone turned down, but when I click on the little picture of us, it makes a lot of noise. Now it doesn't.
However long it's
That's
been,
still good. This is all the way down again. Okay, got it. When you go on again, I don't know why the volume went up, but hey, Joyce.
Hey, Miss Joyce, how are you?
Like I'm sure. There she is.
There she is. So yes, there we go. So yes, we're getting the hang of this technology, and it's getting better. I must say, we're getting better. But how are your shingles, by the way?
Yes, it's much better. It's definitely was the right thing to do before the weekend because people end up in the hospital. It's definitely can be pretty serious, and everybody's been wonderful and sending me, good well wishes and hope you feel better. So I'm feeling good now. Just had to get out of figure out what it was, So.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of people, we're at the tail end, and Mars is what we call stationed. So Mars is the energy of what drives you, what gets you going. It's your physicality. And so since it's been retrograde, it means the energy is being held back. You're not at full capacity to just go and do what you need. So people have a tendency to get sick or feel really drained or be tired. And like I said, we're at the end. So it's like everybody's been trying to move through the sledge and sludge and get through it. And now they're just at their wits' end and pulling from their reserves. So people have been sick and just cannot keep up the pace. So yes, for you especially, it kind of comes out that way. And so Mars has been retrograde. It started in Aquarius and it's ending in Capricorn. And Mars will be going direct on August 27th. And so, yay, let's everybody clap. We're going to get our energy back.
Isn't the full moon the day before?
Yes, we have a full moon in Pisces the day before. It's my one full moon of the year, so I'm very much looking forward to it. So with Mars going direct, these signs, I'm going to put them up, with their birthdays especially, are going to feel like, whoo, we're coming out from the hole. So Capricorns with birthdays January 14th through the 20th. Taurus people, especially with their birthdays April 28th through May 4th. Aquarians with birthdays January 21st through, I'm going to say February 2nd. And then Libras with birthdays October 18th through the 23rd. And then Leos with birthdays July 30th through August 5th. So all you people have been feeling it very strongly. And I think I said it all. So it's Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aries, Libra. Did I say the Aries? Did I get the Aries?
Just now. Yes.
With the birth dates. I think, yeah, April 14th through the 19th for the Aries. And for the Cancers, July 16th through the 22nd. You're going to get your energy back. Especially people are really going to start feeling it by September 1st. And we're going to be like off the gravel road and back on the main highway. So keep that in mind.
Like you said, energy levels, and it seems like I have a lot of clients and back issues. You know, your spine is your lifeline, and each part of your spine represents a lot of people that get their back really compressed, and the lower back is financial concern. So I think it's really an energetic problem with everything that's been going on, that's been hitting our nervous system and our backs, and it's got to be over. It's too much. Too much.
Yeah. We're getting to the tail end. And then also, you know, each retrograde has what we call a shadow period. So a retrograde planet will first slow down and station, like not move, and then it will go retrograde. And then it will station and not move and go direct. And in those station periods, before it goes retrograde, that's where the energy of the retrograde starts. So it's almost like we have to wait for when it moves direct to get back to where it started, for the energy to really get back on a fast track. So for Mars, it's not going to get back to the place where it went retrograde until October 11th.
Wow.
So we can still start moving forward and doing what we need to do, but it's still going back over past stuff. And it will be in new territory on October 11th. So just go ahead.
Sorry. It's interesting when I go outside at night, or I have that app, you know, to Astro look. I mean, Mars is so bright, and so you can almost see, I know it's not red, but you see the goldness of it, and it's like the first planet that pops up in the sky each night. So it's kind of amazing and very close to the moon.
Yes, the sky, these summer nights have been so beautiful. My mom says she's glad you're feeling better.
Thank you, Miss Gail. So this is going to be 11 weeks. Is that a long time for a planet to be retrograde, for Mars to be retrograde, or is that because it hasn't happened in the last 2 years?
Yes, Mars goes retrograde every 2 years, and it's for about that length, about 2 months, every 2 years. And as we know, Mercury goes retrograde on average 3 times a year for about 3 weeks at a time. So this year we're actually having, we're having 3 retrogrades. So we're done with the summer retrograde, and the next Mercury retrograde. But we can still keep things moving. And then we're not even going to talk about Venus retrograde in October. This year has just been one retrograde after another. It's like we really haven't had time to breathe, except in the beginning of the year. We had a big space of time where all the planets were direct. And now they're just kind of bam, 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 falling over each other. And we're feeling it in our everyday life. Which brings us to what happened today in the news with Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen. Crazy. I think it's finally starting to crumble, especially after these last sets of eclipses. So if we really look at the cycle, Trump became president in November of 2016. These eclipses in Leo and Aquarius started in January 2017, and Trump is a Leo rising. So these eclipses have been hitting him directly in his first house, which represents who he is, his public life, who he is, and his physical body. And this last eclipse cycle this summer has really intensified so many things. So now with what happened today, with the indictment of Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen, 8 counts each. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. So Paul Manafort is in Aries, and as we know, the planet Uranus left Aries, and I think we talked about this last time, was that when a big planet leaves a sign, especially Uranus after 7 years, it leaves you a little present, or, you know, something is left for you to deal with. And so he's got Aries, so he's with his present, and Michael Cohen is a Virgo. And actually his birthday is this week, right the day before the full moon in Pisces. He's a Virgo.
Wow.
So we know full moons are about endings and completions. So things have definitely come to a head. Deborah and I were talking about it, and we were, you know, she was maybe going to pull some cards on one or all 3 of them, depending on how she feels. What do you think? What should we do?
Let's do it. But maybe you present me with the question, and then I'll do the cards. How's that?
Okay. So anybody out there, do you have a question regarding Manafort or Cohen or Trump? What's a good question?
Well, intuitively, it feels like to me that with Donald Trump, he does need to be proactive with his health. So I don't know if it's, you know, psychological, mental health, and or his physical body. So it's a lot of strength, and you can be a warrior, but I just, with the numerology and intuitively, something doesn't feel right, and it feels like it could be soon. It could be before the end of the year, and possibly October. I mean, I didn't do the cards yet, but that's just what I'm getting intuitively. And like you said, something expecting a different outcome. So something is up, and it feels like it's ready to explode a little bit here.
After all these eclipses, it's definitely, the energy has been so high and so compacted, trying to get things cleared out. It's definitely come to a head.
And real quick, Gemini rules what part of the body? Gemini is the nervous system?
Hands, the arms,
okay.
the lungs, the nervous
lungs,
system.
okay.
Yeah.
Nervous system. Yeah, it feels like it could be something related to that.
And he's a Leo rising, so that's about the heart and like blood circulation. It's also, I think, the middle of the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that hopefully he's had, you know, his doctor or his, you know, blood work or whatever, but something doesn't feel right to me, and it could be around October, end of October. Right around the corner. I mean, I'm not wishing anybody, but I'm just saying something right with his health.
Okay, people, we have a prediction. October should be pivotal for Mr. Trump. And then Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen. Definitely, they're going to see some jail time. I can't imagine them just walking away without any jail time. I don't know what time they were born, so I don't have their rising information or any of that. But
with Michael Cohen, though, I mean, just when you look at numerology, adding the month and date to his, I would say next year, when you're in a 9 cycle, I mean, 9 is ending in completion. So he could go to jail next year.
yeah. And then
So,
Paul Manafort will be in an eight year next year.
April Fools, sorry. He's April 1st, right?
Yeah, April 1st. So, you know, the 8 is also about power and control. It can be a powerful year for you, and it can be a powerful year where your control issues can get you into trouble. So it's pretty amazing energy out there right now. Pretty amazing. So on that note, we just want to remind you that we are here and we do readings. If you'd like to reach out to us, we would love to hear from you. You can go to our website, and it's deborahchadwick.com or pattykamson.com, and check us out. Also, please tell all your friends and relatives to join us, especially if they have questions, or if you just want to know something about what's going on in the world. Come on in and ask us. Let's discuss it and talk about it. I can't see who's on, so I'm just looking right here. Joyce is here, and Abike is still here, so that's good. So even on the replay, if you watch us after, ask us questions, because like I've said, we do look at the replay comments, and we do reach out and answer questions or take your information for next week's show. We do have someone who sent an email and reached out for a question. Her name is Beth, and she wants to know if she'll find a place to live soon. She is a Capricorn, and I looked at her chart before the show, and I think something should come up for her by the 6th of September. So if she's out there looking, she may not see anything, but things should open up by September 6th. So Deborah, what do you have? What do you see?
That's so far the 7. Hopefully with the full moon and the eclipses, that there'll be an open path for her, and it feels around the 7th to me, September 7th. So we're kind of speaking the same language, saying the same thing, hopefully.
Let's do a high five. There we go. Good
I
job.
was looking at it before you even said it. I'm into the cards, and I wasn't even hearing you say the 6th. I'm like, okay, it's 7th. I don't even know what day the 7th is of the week, but just be patient, Beth. It feels like with everything clearing, I mean, I don't know if she's on a deadline. She needs to find it by September, but it feels like, that will happen.
Yes.
So that's good.
And Joyce has a question. Let me see, Joyce, if I have you back in my computer. I'm still having computer issues, people. I'm still waiting to either get this computer fixed or get a whole nother computer. I'm leaning toward just getting my computer fixed, because Either way, it's very expensive. I think I'm going to go for the lesser evil of cost. So your question is, will your money situation be improving soon? So, Miss Joyce, with your Taurus rising and your sun in Pisces, let me see what's happening.
Well, I have some interesting cards. I have, is that good? I have 1111 are always new beginnings, but the 6 of diamonds, yes, is money going out or worrying about finances. So up, and I think with the full moon is for Joyce is about letting go of the fear, worry of money, or doing a ritual, or just knowing that things are going to shift and open up. So even though the 6 of diamonds is kind of money going out, I like the 2 aces. So I feel like there's going to be a shift, Joyce, in your finances and improving in that area.
And I feel like by December, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, meaning you will see where the money's coming and what direction is going to bring the money in for you. Mid to late December, things are going to feel much better. So that's good. I wish you all the luck. What's December? We're in August, so September, November, December. Does that seem like 4 months? Oh my gosh. I guess
Crazy.
so. I know. So yes, Miss Deborah, what else were we talking about? I know I've had some clients who have just been going through it, like things from out of the blue, just crazy stuff that you just didn't see coming. It's like a bomb just going boom. What you gonna do now? And they're having to pull from every orifice to figure it out and have the emotional strength just to get through every day. And I know there's a lot of people out there trying to figure out how they're going to figure out things that have come up in their lives that they least expected. And it may not even have to do with you personally, but it's your family and your close friends who are going through it, which of course draws you in, and you're trying to be of service and trying to help. So it's really tough out there for a lot of people, but the silver lining of it all is when there are challenges, when there are things that are being taken away from you, it's not to punish you, it's not for the worst case scenario, but it's to really bring you wisdom and strength within yourself to keep moving forward, because you don't know how that's going to help you or others closest to you to get through life.
I've had clients recently, relationship issues, but it's almost like listening and being like, okay, for instance, 2 clients, almost like, okay, we need to take off the rose-colored glasses because there have been signs, but the eclipse ignited that change, and maybe it was shocking. Maybe repeating the same pattern. It's like, wow, because the eclipse is making you look at your choices and making different decisions. So I've had a lot of clients with really relationship issues and changes and maybe endings and completions. Yeah. So that's been my kind of theme with clients recently. It's hard. Change is not easy, but
it's necessary.
Necessary.
And, I think even though it's hard, I mean, we don't like to talk about death and dying. Those are not the easy part of life. And it's hard to put a silver lining around any of that. I mean, I guess the only silver lining, if somebody's suffering, and then they pass. That can be like a blessing. I've also seen a lot of people and their pets have been passing, and that's been really hard to see
Yeah.
because these clients have been so close. Like these pets are a family member.
Mm-hmm.
So it does affect animals. The energy does affect animals as well. And people are coping with their best friends passing. So please be compassionate and gentle with those friends and family members or who have a pet who have passed. They need just as much love and support during this time. Yeah. So what's happening for you this week, Deborah?
Well, I think because I've gone through all this, I just kind of had to have a lot of quiet time. So haven't been real busy, and maybe the universe is just saying it's okay. The clients are coming, but right now, rest. And I've been actually drinking celery juice every day. I like the medical medium Anthony Williams, so he talks about celery juice, and so I'm starting to do that and see how makes me feel. So trying to be proactive with my health.
Definitely, especially we're in Virgo season, and Virgo season rules the house of health and your daily routine and your health and hygiene. So it's a perfect time to really look at your health and your diet and all that good stuff. Do you want to give a suggestion for the Pisces full moon ritual with a candle?
Well, I think, yeah, I'm sorry.
That full moon is on the 26th of August.
You froze.
The full moon is on the 26th of August.
Well, I think that, yes, a candle would be great, but I think that since Pisces is a water sign, doing a bath, and I'm sure I will do it myself since I have Cancer moon, just to kind of relax and cleanse and just think about some of the anything that's been holding you back is going to be drawn out and go down the drain. So a great bath treatment by using Epsom salts. But what I like to do and recommend is you fill the bathtub with water, you squeeze some lemon that purifies the water, and baking soda. Put an 8-ounce box of baking soda in, and the Epsom salts. And just, whether it's a white light or a pink light coming into your body, anything that's drained you, even just dialogue and letting go of the fear or worry, like I said, for Joyce with money, and just let that energy kind of come out and go down the drain, and then come out and you can light a candle. White is to connect to spirit or any intention. I think blue is nice for Pisces. So maybe a blue candle, whether you, what you need to let go of, what no longer serves you, that would be a great ritual to do the bath and then light a candle.
Yes, it's going to be, the Pisces full moon is usually very dreamy and, obviously a full moon, people get very emotional. So it's really a time to stay close to home because there can be a little craziness out there. And just meditate, talk to yourself, whatever you want to call it, meditate, pray, just be in sync with yourself and release all the stuff that is just holding you down, holding you back. Because that next day, Mars is going direct, and then one day at a time, things are going to start moving again. And you want to, get clear of all the stuff that's just really not helping you to be the best that you can be.
Journaling or writing down, even, to do the ceremony, you can write down what no longer serves you, what you want to release. Like I said, sometimes the old patterns of behavior. And so you can write your intentions on a piece of paper, fold that piece of paper, put it underneath the candle. If you're doing a ritual, I prefer getting the 7-day candles. They don't typically burn in 7 days, but that way all the wax evaporates in the glass cylinder, and then you can, when you're done, you don't burn anything, but you take your intentions and put it inside the glass and throw it out. So you're setting an intention, you're opening yourself up and releasing what no longer serves you and what you want to work on.
Yeah. It's a good week, everybody, and we have a good weekend coming up to just, I think, yeah, it's the last weekend before Labor Day, and summer is slowly coming to an end, and all this energy is finally coming to the end with this eclipse season. I don't think it's great for the Trump world, but that's good for our world, to see that stuff kind of clear out and hopefully make some sense of what's happening. We're kind of in a mess right now. So, Deborah, I think that's all we have tonight.
Okay.
But just as a reminder, please visit our website and share with your friends. We would like to grow our platform and reach out to more people. That's what our intentions are, and hopefully you can help us with that. Keep your questions coming. Keep joining us. You can reach out to me with your birth information at Kamson.
We appreciate everyone and liking our cards website, or our Stars and Cards, page on Facebook.
Yes, we're going to start going directly from Stars and Cards Facebook page. So if you can share our page with your friends, that would be great. And thank you for sticking with us. And we will be back next Tuesday, rain or shine, good internet or not, we will be here. Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining.
See you next Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday.